junk food, it may not be your fault. I know that's good news, right? We all like to hear that. To explain why is Dr. Shawn Talbott. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Why don't you give us a little bit about your background first and foremost?
Yeah, so I'm a nutritional biochemist. That's what my PhD is in, nutritional biochemistry. But I study nutritional psychology. How does food change how we feel? And a lot of it has to do with this idea of two brains. We have two brains in our bodies. Did you know that?
No, I did not know that. And that is what could lead to us eating unhealthy.
It can, because the signals that we get in our brain here in our head are actually coming from the brain in our gut, what we call the second brain. And what we feed that second brain, what we feed the bacteria in our gut, will determine what signals go up to the brain in our head. So,
and I think a lot of people don't know that,
right,
that they are connected.
Right, and you get those signals and you want to act on them. So if you're getting signals for junk food, you might need to change what's going on down here in your second brain in order to get those good signals in your first brain.
So how do we do that?
So the first thing to think of is that if you're eating processed foods, foods that are low in fiber, high in sugar, chips and donuts and muffins and things like that.
All the good stuff.
You're growing a kind of bacteria that thrives on that kind of food.
So it craves it.
Yeah, when those bacteria get hungry, they send a signal to the brain, and the brain interprets that signal as, corn chips would be really good right now. And so what we want to do is grow a different garden of bacteria, get rid of those corn chip bacteria, and grow the kale bacteria, for example.
I loved what you had said. You said treat your gut like a garden.
Like a garden, exactly.
That's great advice.
That's what we want to think of. We want to think of growing these bacteria as if it's a garden, and we have to nourish it. We can give the right probiotic bacteria, such as fermented foods. We can have people eat yogurt and drink kombucha and kefir. We can have people supplement with specific strains of bacteria to grow those good guys.
Okay, so number two would be fiber as well.
Fiber, because the kind of bacteria that we want to grow, the good bacteria, they thrive on fiber.
Oh, really?
So when you eat processed foods, you grow the wrong bacteria. When you eat high fiber foods, you grow the good bacteria. And then when they get hungry, they send a signal to the brain that says, a salad would taste good right now.
And we were chatting a little bit, because I'm having this problem as well. I need to incorporate more fiber into my diet, and some of the fiber-high foods, fiber-rich foods, aren't really tasty. So you're cool with supplements.
I am cool with supplements, because I'm a food-first nutritionist, so I would prefer that people get their fiber from their apples and their kale and their asparagus. But when you can't do that, that's where some of these supplements come in. And if we choose the right prebiotic fibers, we can actually get the right signals to our brain, so they can lower depression, lower anxiety, help us focus, and that's what we want.
And you really will notice a difference. It takes a little bit of time, but once you make the change, and then last but not least, we got to wrap it up here, but plant-based amino acids.
Right, so flavonoid, things from chocolate, things from tea, anything that is brightly colored fruits and vegetables are going to give you those nutrients that can nourish your brain.
Great. Thank you so much. This was great information. Dr. Talbott, where can we find more information?
Just go to my website, ShawnTalbott.com.
Thanks.